What is up, guys? It is Midwest Raider game update coming at you for another video for my channel, guys. I haven't done a video since the Niner game, so we're going to get into that and then get into transactions, my thoughts for the game coming up against the Ravens, guys. Got a lot to get done in this video, so I'm super excited to bring it to you guys. If I watch a video or, watch a game or see some spectacular news with the Las Vegas Raiders, I'm going to bring it to you guys. I like to talk football. I like to talk about the Vegas Raiders. Raider Nation, let's go. What's up? Let's move it. We are trending in the right direction. And if you guys watch some of my videos, you guys kind of agree with some of my thoughts. So thank you guys for tuning in, guys. Please like, subscribe, and share if you guys are interested. Like I said, if I watch a game, I'm going to bring you a video. So thank you guys so much. Let's get into some of the things that I got planned for today. All right, first I want to get into that Niner game, guys, because I haven't made a video since then. But we're going to get into it very briefly, and then I want to talk about transactions, and then I want to talk about, of course, that Ravens game coming up on Monday Night Football. Super excited, guys, and I hope you guys are too. All right, let's talk about the Niners game. What we really need to come away from that game really is that we didn't fly out like 30 of our starters. The Niners started their first string, and really we wanted to just test some players to see who was going to make the 53-man roster. People that had an okay game was people like Nathan Peterman. He's 18 for 29, 175. Did throw a touchdown pass, all good there. Carlson kicked a field goal. It was good to get him involved. And also, people like Gerald McCoy really shined. And I think that was kind of the point of the game, to see Gerald McCoy rise above the rest of the team and some of the players that were out there, and really just showed that he can still play football. And he got into the knack and was knocking people back, getting in the backfield, disrupting plays, doing what he does, and that was really exciting to see. So Gerald McCoy did make the team, and I think the Niner game was really where he shined and showed that he's still something to look for defenses and offenses when they're playing him. So, all right, guys. Another player that was kind of notable was Meek Robinson. Had a pretty decent game that game, in my opinion, and looked okay, and he is also still on the roster. So the final score was 10-34. The Niners did win. It was at Levi Stadium, but like I said, I think the biggest come away from that game was that Gerald McCoy was a stud and did his thing. So very cool there. All right, we're gonna move on to transactions lately. Since that time, there's been a lot of things going on within the Raider Nation. We had a lot of injuries, Javon White, all kinds of linebackers having issues with injuries as well, put on the practice squad, moved around. So we've really had to pick up our linebacking core, and this is the thing that we're going to talk about a little bit later, but really want to see these guys gel, and it's going to be kind of keys to winning the games against Ravens here a little bit. But we did pick up Denzel Perryman from the Chargers, which is a good pickup. Gus Bradley did have him under him at the Chargers, so they know each other, so you can see the connection there. So that's going to be good. He's going to know the system, going to be able to come in fast, but he's going to have to come in fast because they're going to have to learn very quick. They didn't have any training camps or anything like that. No preseason games, and so it's going to be kind of tough for them to come in, but I'm hoping for positive things, so we'll talk about that as well here soon. Also, KJ Wright was signed before that as well from the Seahawks, but once again, the ties to Gus Bradley, and they're all going to have to gel and get that together. Both of them, Perryman and Wright, have years of experience, so that is good, but they still have to get our terminology down and everything down really fast, like within 2 weeks of whatever they've barely been with the team. So I wish they could have got a preseason game under them, but it is what it is, and we had to pick up some linebackers, and we did. And I'm actually pretty positive about the two pickups, Perryman and KJ Wright. So thumbs up there for them to be able to go out and get them on some quick deals. We did lose some players too that I want to talk about. That was a surprise to me, like Carl Joseph. That was a very big surprise to me to lose Carl Joseph. I really did like him. I thought he was a hard worker and definitely could put on the hit stick. But I guess with players like Tyree Gillespie and Jonathan Abram, and even Roderick Teamer, making the team, it was very, very surprised to lose Carl Joseph. But it is what it is. I kind of disappointed because I really did like Carl Joseph. So it was a very big shock to me, but it is what it is. We have a young team here, guys, that really showed what they could do, and they had to earn a spot on the roster. And I guess Carl Joseph just didn't do enough, and it's unfortunate. I wish the best to you, Carl, man. I was rooting for you the whole time, and wherever you go, I hope you prosper and show the Raiders what they're missing out on, all right? All right, guys. Also released some of the running backs that I thought played really good. And we see this all the time, guys, where we have some pretty good running backs in preseason, just shred up some teams, and we never hold on to them anyways. So it's kind of unfortunate. But, Emons and Regis, they waived both of them, released whatever. And they're not going to be on the team, not even on the practice squad, which is kind of unfortunate. Emons did go to practice squad at first and then was later waived or released. So crazy there, but I thought Emons looked better than Regis, in my opinion. Just when I watched his film in that very first game, he had a really good game, and he was very, very decisive at picking a hole and going. So he had good vision, and I really like that about him. He kind of, reminded me of a little bit of a young Josh Jacobs when he first came in, and he was very decisive and boom, would hit the hole. Jacob's still good now, 100%, but just remind me of that vision, and I love the vision of these backs coming into the league now, that they have really good vision, can find a hole and, expose that hole really fast. And so very, very cool. Love it. And he kind of reminded me of that a little bit, so it was very nice. But he is gone, and so is Regis. So crazy. We did have a David Moore go to the practice squad, and also we lost Tanner Muse in transactions, guys, which was supposed to be, a really good special teamer. So just some crazy transactions that we weren't really expecting. But he was waived. Keelan Doss was waived. It's crazy, and I really like Keelan Doss. He did have a few drops in the preseason, and I think that's what just happened, guys. You have to make do with any, if you get, you have to make do with, the chances that you get, and he just kind of didn't a couple times, and so that's kind of what fell, guys. That's kind of what fell. So we did sign, of course, like I said, Perryman, KJ Wright, and the biggest splash right now is the Peyton Barber. Now, I could not remember. I didn't even know who Peyton Barber was. I was like, oh, what? Who dat? But then I remembered from the 2018 season where we played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and there was a guy named Barber on the team, and he kind of shredded us up a couple times. Now we did win one of those games, but they still had Barber, and he had some pretty decent rushing yards those games. And in the 2018 season, he had 871 yards. So he has some skills, but I think he's inconsistent. He's kind of a slasher. He find a hole and then he'll slash, wherever he can, and do that type of thing. He's also a short power runner, so, and then if he gets lucky and can burst, then he can do that. But he's kind of a power runner, and he was very inconsistent in his seasons. He has won 871 year, but then he hasn't had a season like that since, 200, 400, and then in the 2020 season with Washington, he only had 234 yards, or I think 258 yards, 4 touchdowns. So he's kind of inconsistent when it comes, and I don't know if that's him or the team scheme, or how many times he got touches or whatever, but just didn't seem consistent. So it's kind of a guess on why we picked him up. There's a lot of options out there, but I think Gruden kind of remembered when he played the Raiders, because that's how he gauges players, when they played against the Raiders, and then he wants to make them a Raider. Barber did have a good game against the Raiders and slashed us up one time. So, and I can remember it. And I don't know if it was in 2018 or when it was exactly, but I know we played Tampa Bay and he slashed us up a little bit. So, all right, guys. So that was another transaction. We signed him on a quick 1-year deal, and we'll, it's a good pickup, I guess. I think there's some other options out there, but it is what it is. Since Rashad is still injured and we don't know when he's coming back. So, all right, let's look at my final thing coming up, guys. Keys to win against the Ravens, guys. All right, so Monday Night Football is coming up really soon, and we're going to be playing the Ravens. Let's talk about our depth chart right now when it comes to the offense and playing the Ravens. All right, so in the slot, wide receiver, we got Ruggs, Zay Jones, and then we have Bryan Edwards and Hunter Renfrow. I hope they mix these guys up a lot. We also are going to have Willie Snead. He'll be in there as well, but it's pretty solid core of receivers, guys. Zay Jones had a really good preseason. Bryan Edwards had a really good preseason. We know what Renfrow, third down Renfrow can do. Henry Ruggs is, expected to possibly have a breakout season. I hate that they put so much pressure on the guy because he is a rookie. He is, supposed to be a higher draft rookie and, get those expectations from that. But, it is what it is. We'll see what happens, guys. My concerns about the offense, guys, when it comes to playing the Ravens is our O-line, guys. They haven't played as a cohesive unit, all of them on the field yet this year. We had maybe some reps against the Rams with the first string, but they haven't been together yet, guys. So there's going to be mistakes in this first game. So it's not going to be perfect at all. Richie Incognito hasn't even really practiced that much with the team. Now, a lot of these guys have played together, like, all our guys that were Parker, Simpsons, James, Good, Colton. They've definitely been Brandon Parker. They've all been together. But, with Leatherwood, they've never played an NFL game yet. Andre James did sub in a couple times last year. So there's going to be some mistakes, especially with Incognito, guys. I just can't see you not practicing him, not really playing in preseason, and then he just comes in the first game and dominates. I just don't see it, guys. He is a great player. He's going to be a captain and all that good stuff. But he is injury prone, and I hate to see him get injured, and then we're starting to lack in depth again on the offensive line, which was my concern in other videos if you guys have been watching me, that we just don't have a lot of depth on the offensive line. And so injuries are going to kill us if that happens, but we will make do with what we got, guys. But other than that, guys, we have a solid offense. It's going to be the same as last year, guys. If you give us a chance, we're going to score, man. We're going to score some points. Well, we have a solid offense with Josh Jacobs, Derek Carr, Waller. Pretty good offense, guys. We just have to continue to figure this out. Josh Jacobs, Drake, Barber. How are they going to use all those guys together? One and two punch with Jacobs and Drake now, which we just didn't really have yet with future years, and now Gruden has that 1-2 punch with Drake and Josh. So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to see. I'm super excited to see this first game and see what happens. I hope first play we just drop a bomb, man. Just open it up like we used to do, guys. If you guys remember old Raider games, in the first series of a game, they would just throw a bomb just to test the waters, guys, and sometimes it would be a positive thing. So anyways, we are moving on to the defense, guys. Now, this is the biggest key to the game is the defense, guys. So like I said, I'm okay with the defensive line. Defensive line is going to be okay. We picked up, Yannick. He's going to be a super help. Carl is his backup. We also have Malcolm Koonce that's going to be kind of thrown in the mix as a rookie, crazy wild card. Hankins and Thylon, Jefferson and Solomon Thomas. Gerald McCoy is going to be in that mix. Max Crosby and Cleveland Farrell. Guys, think about the names I'm saying. I'm saying some names that are up there. on the defensive line side. So that is going to be a very, very cool team, the defensive line, to move around, to sub in. We're going to actually have some depth where these guys aren't playing Iron Man football and playing the whole game, like a bunch of snaps. They're going to have some different, first and second, maybe a third down group. And so to have these groups is awesome, to have some depth on the team, guys. It's gonna be awesome. Now, the thing that I'm scared about a little bit is the linebacking core, just because they haven't played yet, guys. They have not played yet. They have not seen the light of day. KJ Wright, Denzel Perryman, Kowalski, we haven't even seen him yet. I don't even know if he's going to be out of injury. I think he's barely started practicing. Corey Littleton, has he been practicing? We definitely know he's been on the lineup, but I haven't seen him a lot either. So this linebacker core, which is like the quarterbacks of the defense, have just not all played together. So it's kind of scary, but if they can gel and just bend, not break, we can have a really good game. And then, of course, the cornerbacks and safeties, guys, I'm not too worried about them. They're going to have a good game. Nate Hobbs really did prove he deserves a spot on the team. He had a great preseason. Divine Diablo, Mullen, Casey Hayward, Morig. I mean, these are some big names that really have to fill big spots and show what they can do. If not, we're going to be rotating people. So let's see what happens, guys. I'm not really too worried about the cornerbacks. We'll see. We'll definitely see, but I'm not too worried. I think they are, they've all kind of played together except for Casey Hayward, but the rookies have, had a full preseason together, had a full offseason and all that, guys. So that is a positive. Just worried about that linebacker crew, guys. Tell me what you guys think. See if you guys have any worries about the defense. Like I said, if the defense can have a solid game, a bend, not break game, give us a turnover, I think we win this game, guys. I really have no problem with our offense. Offense is going to be solid as long as we don't have any injuries on that offensive line. I think we got this one, guys. Monday Night Football at home. That stadium is going to be full, guys. Wow, it's going to be an exciting game. The first game as Raider Nation that we've ever seen, guys. Think about it. It's going to be at our stadium in Las Vegas. All the fans are going to be there. The black hole is open for business. It's going to be exciting, guys, and they really, as a team, need the W, guys. We really, as a momentum type thing, football is a momentum game. We need a win there in Vegas with all the fans representing, guys. The black hole is there. It's going to be crazy. I'm super excited to see it. I hope you guys get excited too. And let's go Raiders, guys. My prediction, guys, on the Raiders game is I'm going to go with 24-17. Raiders pull it off late in the game. It's going to be an exciting game. 24-17 Raiders, and we beat the Ravens. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, guys. I'm just getting excited, getting a little tongue-tied. I hope you guys are excited too to watch the game, and let me know if you guys have any comments or questions or what you guys think could be keys to win the game as well. Let's talk about it. DJ Martini Midwest Reviews, Midwest Raider Game Update. Check them all out, guys, and we'll talk to you later.